takes a hit. Joining me now is VettaFi Vice Chairman Tom Lydon, who manages more than $6.6 billion in Okay, give us the ETFs right now that you feel will be able to catch a wave in this very weird atmosphere.
Well, ETF flows can tell you a lot, Liz. We've seen over $400 billion in new money coming this year. We're on path for the second biggest year of flow. So in a time when equities and fixed income have been challenged, it's very telling. We're also surveying advisors all the time. Off of the June 16th lows, we've seen some additions back into growth, back into the S&P, but more importantly, back into small caps. When you look at some of the small cap stocks, there's advantages because A, they're nimble, and most importantly, they're not affected by falling foreign currencies. They do most of their business in the U.S., which is great. And also, they're in a situation where they can buy goods and services overseas. So when you look at like the IWM, the Russell 2000, that's a great advantage. Also, utilities. They tend to do a great job during times of when the market's not doing as well, when we're thinking about recession, because people are always going to pay for water, pay for recycling, pay for gas, pay for electric, pay for sewer. It's not something that we can get rid of. So when you look at the XLU, the State Street Utilities ETF, that's up 16%.
And you get the dividend play there, which is nice if you're in utilities.
Right, almost 3% as people are looking for safe dividends. And finally, all of these kind of are reflected around the dollar.
Right.
We're all keeping our eye on the dollar. We're seeing the dollar up another 6% off the recent equity lows. Boy, I know you've got your trip booked to Paris, don't you, Liz?
Yeah, yes, I do. I'll be there in November. Thank you. I mean, the dollar is crazy strong. I'm not going to tell you about the pair of shoes and the deal I got on those, but I'll tell you, the UUP is up about 18% year over year and has had a very nice move, 14% year to date. But you think this still continues?
It will. Well, especially, when you think about Europe, you think about the tension over there, you think about their energy situation as we get into the fall, we get into the winter. It tends to be during these times of uncertainty that globally investors go to safe havens like the dollar.
Tom, before we go, the ETF concept, this way if you're in a big tech ETF, you still buy one name, like for Adobe today, it's really getting hit hard.
Well, back to what advisors are smart. They now are feeling like, hey, there's some stability here. Sure, the last week wasn't that great. However, more have been sidelines in growth and technology, are now seeing some pretty big buying opportunities, and they're picking their spots. So for investors, they don't have to be concerned. There are ways to sidestep general areas of the market, like big cap, those mega cap companies that have been challenged, and those tech companies that have been challenged over time.
Oh, it's great to see you. Thank you very much, Tom Lydon. All right, there are the closing bells. We do have healthcare and financials, the only sectors to the upside. The Dow closes below 31,000. We'll see you tomorrow.